So how big, so how big of a garden do you need? Do you need one this big? Or can you do with one smaller? See, one of the things that absolutely paralyzed me when we were first trying to choose what size garden to have last year, year before, even this year, was how big should it be? And really the answer is as big as you can afford and as big as you can manage.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Your garden is not for salad. Bad. Your garden is not for salad. Think of it as more than salad.
You hit me.
See, there's a lot of factors that go into how big your garden needs to be. What you're growing, if you can see, like here are pumpkins down there are really taken over. But then if you're growing some small stuff that doesn't necessarily grow a lot, like our lettuce up in our other garden. Lettuce takes up like no space whatsoever. You can just grow it. It pretty much just grows. Lettuce, radishes. It's dirty. Tastes like dirt. Oh, yeah. Here's a delicious radish though. If I'm being honest. It's spicy. Ooh. I'm committed now. I gotta follow it through, even though it's very spicy. But it takes up like no space. It's super easy to grow. But like I said, pumpkins, they'll kind of take over. So how big should your garden be? One of the biggest things that I wanted to focus on this year is really trying to get our system dialed in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw up the drone and sort of survey our property here and see what is best for where we're gonna plant things. What I'll do is I'll print it out. Once I've got a couple of pictures, I'll trace it, and that will give me a good idea of where things will be able to go, where I can put things, and where I should put things, because we keep changing things up, trying new things, placing things in different places. So I'll throw the drone up, we'll see what it looks like, and that way I can do some doodles and really come up with a good plan where we want to plant corn, lettuce, brassicas, watermelons, different things, and we'll see. See, what I feel a lot of people do is they get their garden, they start growing stuff, and they're so excited, they're pumped up. We got tomatoes, we've got beans, we've got peas, but then you think of it as just raw produce that you can just see, it's more than just raw produce. I had somebody say to me recently that they don't really want to grow tomatoes because they don't like tomatoes. They don't like tomato sandwiches. And I don't think a lot of people, or some people, think about ingredients or think about their garden as ingredients. Now you might think of your garden as ingredients and going into things and making stews and whatnot, but I think a lot of people look at a garden and look at things that they can grow and they think, awesome, these are great carrot sticks. These are great tomatoes for sandwiches or cucumbers to cut up. But those things are so much more than just a one-off vegetable. See, your garden should be your grocery store. Think of it like this cart here. You can fill it with sauces, you can fill it with soups, you can fill it with crackers. But if you were to do that yourself, or if you could figure out how to do that yourself, your life would be so much better. So instead of just thinking of tomatoes as raw tomatoes, think of them as tomato sauce, which will then make your life so much better because you'll figure out how to make tomato sauce, and Nicole makes such a, just the most delicious tomato sauce. And then from there, what you can think about is you can think about preserving, you can think about canning, you can think about freezing stuff, figuring out how to blanch and whatnot. And what I really like is more than just growing a garden and growing all these seeds and stuff, is figuring out what can grow on its own. What fruits and vegetables, and you might even see back there. Let's go over. we've started planting some things. We've started planting some things that'll come back year after year. We've got a currant bush that these all look kind of sad because they're taking root right now. But we've got currants, we've got grapes, we've got hops that are in here somewhere over there. And so we want things that'll just grow year after year. One, because I'm lazy, and two, because there's a lot more fruits, vegetables, perennial whatnots than we were led to believe. And I think that's a disservice done by the grocery conglomerates because they want to make a shit ton of money. Oh man, the rain is really stirring. So I feel like we've been told for years and years and years what contains what. Your vitamins, your minerals, you're taught that you need oranges if you get sick so you can have vitamin C. But there are other things that grow around here in our climate that don't need to be imported from Florida or imported from California that you can still get your vitamin C from. Or you can get vitamin A, or you just need to know more about it. And I think it's something that we have lost culturally as a people. So I guess what I'm trying to say is think of your food less as singular pieces of food. Don't think of a tomato as a tomato. Think of a tomato as a tomato sauce. Or think of a squash as a soup, a pumpkin as a puree, or even as a pie. Because when you start thinking of your garden as more than just a singular fruit or veg, you're going to have ingredients, which then turns your garden into your grocery store. When your garden becomes your grocery store, you can start saving money. You can save money for things like goats. You can get milk, which means you can make cheese and you can make soap, and there's so many other possibilities. So click right here and watch our goat video. We just got goats and we're really excited to have their milk, and raw milk is delicious. What do you think, Milky?